Hey, so I wanted to make a quick video today and just kind of go over how I use LLMs in my day-to-day workflow. So basically, this is a response to Andrej Karpathy's video on how he used LLMs. And basically, I felt like I wanted to make this because this video didn't really need to be 2 hours long. I feel like he kind of went off on a lot of tangents, and I didn't really agree with a lot of the ways he used LLMs. Like he uses it to do a lot of stuff, like I don't know, like decipher his blood work, and he also spends like 15 minutes like flirting with Grok AI, and I just kind of felt like I didn't really want to see that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy like my take on the video and see it. So before we go into the ways that you can actually work with these tokens and optimize them to your benefit, I wanted to talk about the different flavors of models you can choose from, because not all these are created equally, and I feel like not enough people know about this. So we're just working off of OpenAI because I feel like they have the best capabilities out of any of the providers right now. I mean, every day the market's always changing, and you can honestly choose whatever you want, but I really do like their offerings. So GPT-40 is very, very cost effective, really good, like just for emotional reasoning, kind of just talking really basic stuff. You get really quick responses, cheaply available. 4.5, honestly, big letdown, super expensive, not very good, haven't used it much. Oh 01, very powerful model, super expensive, takes a long time to get back responses. And then O3 mini. And you'll see all these O models. These have a very special characteristic, and you can see it actually tells you here. Very great at coding and logic. So basically, if you want a response back quickly and you're just asking it for like basic writing stuff, anything that like you would just ask, basically anything you just ask a normal person, you ask GPT-40. If you need something, let's say like, I don't know, you want like a Fourier transform solved, you don't ask GPT-40. GPT-40 is going to get this wrong about like 90% of the time. You ask O1 or O3 mini. Basically, I only have the $20 version of GPT because I'm not like a billionaire. You ask O1 if you have enough credits left. You ask O3 mini if you ran out of O1 credits. But both of these are limited. I find that I actually don't usually run out of these that often, but yeah, you can query it and you can see this actually takes a while to compute. So what's happening here? It's reasoning. Sometimes it actually does show you the distilled reasoning happening under the hood, but basically these models were specifically trained on like math and logic with like reinforcement learning basically. So these will perform very well on coding and logic. Not yeah, basically just use these for coding and logic. That's all I can really say. But you can see the trade-off is it takes forever to get the response back. So use these wisely. Only use them if you have to. I mean, if you use these for no reason, you're basically just like burning the environment down for no reason. And this response wasn't bad. We got it back in 30 seconds. I've had these queries take like 5 minutes before if I ask it like a more complicated problem. But you can see it solves out the solution. I could have asked for more explanation if I wanted, but this is something I want to talk about too. You don't usually want to ask O1 for explanation. So I can say, can you explain your solution? Now, the thing is here, you can ask for an explanation. And the thing is, it's going to take forever to explain it because it's doing its distilled reasoning thing. And it kind of sucks. So it's going to explain it in this very like logic driven, convoluted way. And it's going to be hard to understand. Now, this is the thing I really like about OpenAI that I don't know if any other provider really provides it. I know Google doesn't let you do this because I tried it the other day. But we're just going to cut this off but you can see this response isn't very good. You can actually switch to 40 and now the context window is actually shared between the models. And I think the models can tell that this is happening, but they don't really acknowledge it. They just pretend that this is the same thing. And now you can say, "Can you explain your solution?" So now what we're doing is we're actually leveraging the best of both worlds. We just use the deep reasoning model's math capabilities, and now we're using the explanation capabilities of GPT-40. This isn't something I've really seen anybody talk about, but I find it really helps me when I'm like studying for exams and stuff, and I feel like more people should do it just because it's really good. So look, you can kind of see it's kind of like night and day. This is like super convoluted. It's just like really heavy math logic. And then you ask GPT-40 to explain it. It actually like tells you everything in like a way you can understand it. And I got the response back a lot quicker. It makes more sense. So as long as you feed it the correct context, it's way better. Okay, now it wouldn't really be an LLM video without talking about coding. So this is basically my favorite way to code with LLMs. So no longer do you really just copy paste code into ChatGPT. It's kind of a slow workflow. I really like using GitHub Copilot. A lot of people nowadays really like using Cursor, which kind of just allows you to turn off your brain completely. You know, you write entire apps, the AI kind of does all the work for you. I find I don't like that. It's kind of going to cause my coding skills to atrophy. I really like this because I get to choose how much I want to actually try, and I can kind of stop myself from actually forgetting how to code if it gets too bad. So yeah, this is really nice. As you can see, it kind of passes the current code file directly into the context window, and there's a file attachment button right here, so you can attach more context. So this is a full stack ChatGPT wrapper web app right here that I've been working on for the past few months. And you can see I can just attach the front end. So right now we're working in the back end. This is OpenAI API, and you can just pass the front end right in. It's very intuitive. And then you look, if you go right here, this will actually grab whatever context it wants right away, but this actually edits the code automatically, and I find like it actually just destroys the code base. So I don't like using this. I like asking chat directly with context passed in and then choosing what I want. That way you get more control. You're less likely to forget how to code, and it scales way better. Like my code base, you can't really see it. I'm scared I'm gonna like leak an API key, but this has like literally 20 files already, and this is like very early into the project. One thing you see on like GPT coding subreddit is people just like the LLMs can't keep up basically. I mean, they're working on expanding context windows and like optimizing them to be able to like make it a vibe coder's paradise, but like LLMs don't actually scale well with large code bases, so I'm making sure I don't forget how to code. But yeah, that's how I like to code. Okay, that's pretty much the limits of what I use LLMs for. We're kind of just scratching the surface of what this technology is capable of. Like, there's literally new stuff coming out every day. But I just wanted to mention, every time you start a new conversation, you want to start a new chat, because basically this resets your context window. And what this does is it avoids confusing your LLM with tokens that are like irrelevant to the conversation you're having. And as your context window gets larger, it actually gets more expensive to compute. So basically your LLM responses will get slower, they'll get more convoluted, and yeah, you just don't want to bloat your LLM with unnecessary context. So you can see like I have a lot of these conversations. I basically I'm like a power user. I don't know if that's what you'd call it, but I like talking to chat just for all types of purposes. I think it's a very powerful tool. I feel like it's our generation's version of the internet, regardless of if it's a bubble or not. So yeah, use it well, use it properly. I think it'll change the world. Yeah, let me know if you guys want like a part two or whatever. I think there's a lot of stuff I could have elaborated on, but I wanted to keep this video short. But yeah, I mean, if you have 2 hours, you should watch the Andrej Karpathy video. I don't think it should have been 2 hours, but he does elaborate on a lot of the technical stuff going under the hood. But yeah, see ya.